So the 4-part breathing, 2-part breathing, or just observing breath. Keep that going as we start in on our exercise routine. Self-massage, rub the hands. Rub the back of one hand. Rub the palms again. Rub the back of the other hand. Rub the palms again. And then take the left hand and go up to the forearm. So now notice we're on the outside, the outer, what they would call the yang side, or the side that sees the sun. Reach up, try to get over the shoulder and massage the shoulder. And then to get that a little better, use your right hand to pull the arm so that you can rub the back. And then take your right arm back out in front and slide out like you're smoothing something. Then come underneath and go the yin side, or softer side of that same arm, forearm, and then reach up if you can and rub the upper arm. Then get the armpit, and if you can drop that right hand over top as you rub down the side of the body. And then, like again, you're smoothing something out. And let's do that to the other side. So now the right hand on the outer left, yang side. And again, here, this hand is the massaging hand. All I'm doing is taking the other hand and just pulling the elbow so that I can get behind and rub my back, right? And then smooth. Then come underneath. Rub the yin side, the softer side, the side that doesn't see the sun. And drop that hand over top. And then let's smooth it out. All right, now just the wrist, hand, and out to the fingers. Wrist, hand, out to the fingers. Do that a couple of times. So the idea here is that the hand, we don't want it to feel like a frozen, stiff set of bones and tissues. It wants to be mobile, supple. So you're grabbing and sort of turning and wringing it so that the hand is feeling mobile, supple. Do it to the other side. There's a sort of squeeze and a turn, right, that you're doing here. All right. And then take one thumb, softly press it into the center of the palm, and then circle, little thumb circles. And notice these fingers are soft and relaxed. And then turn and pull along the pinky, ring, middle finger, index finger. Then the thumb is a little more complex. This muscle and this muscle. So we do the outside first, and then run along the outer thumb, and then turn the palm up into the inside and along the inner thumb. And let's do that to the other hand. Thumb softly press into the middle, circle. Then pinky, pull, release. Ring, pull, release. Middle, pull, release. Index, pull, release. Then the thumb. That outer muscle of the thumb, then the whole thumb itself, inner muscle of the thumb, the whole thumb itself, and once again, rub the hands. Now, palms over the eyes and front brain, and then we spread open and clear. Do that again. Healing hands, palms over the eyes and front brain, and then clear that space. Rub the hands. Then we go middle fingers into this little nodule, up, down, up, down. Use your cheeks to massage, your hands to massage your cheeks. Then we go middle finger out the eyebrow, in the cheekbone, circle, 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 circle. Then in the eyebrow, out the cheekbone, circle, circle, circle. Then thumbs right up to your temples. Soft circle the temples with your thumbs. Then rest your thumbs, bend your hand like so, and pull open across the eyebrow. Then tiger claw through the hair and back. Do that a few times in a way that feels good. All the way back through. All right, now thumbs right against the base of the skull, chin down, run the thumbs across this tendon along the base of the skull. Then let's go up, 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 the palms running up the back of the neck. Then hold any hair out of the way. Take your opposite hand, rub the side of the neck down to the base of the neck and the back of the neck. Switch. Side, base, back, and around. Now we go with our palms on our ears. This movement here. So we're cupping, pressing, and squishing, and then coming under and doing it again. The ears. All right, now, index finger behind, middle finger in front. Rub the root of the ear. Then scissor cut circle the ear. Then jaw all the way down to the collarbone. Again, jaw all the way down. All right. Then take your left hand out to your right lung point 1 and 2. Massage here. Heart point 1. Then come under the chest, up the chest, onto the shoulder, and squeeze, 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 squeeze. This is a lymphatic drainage here. And we do it to the other side. Circle. That was lung point 1 and 2. Heart point 1 out here. And then under the chest tissue, up the middle of the chest, onto your shoulder. Now squeeze, 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 squeeze. All the way down, rub the hands. Now we go hands on the center of your chest, other hand stacked on top, up the sternum, down the sternum, up the sternum, down the sternum. There's many reasons why self-massage is valuable. One of which is it helps our brain know these areas of our body that the brain often loses track of. So we're going up and down, really see in your mind, okay, my whole sternum, the whole length of it, right? My hands going up. Now, go out to the side, down the side ribs, in the middle to stacked palms. Then come up the middle, out, down, in, up, out, down, in. Tracing this pathway. Then switch directions. Out, up, in, down. Out, up, in, down. 2 more. These are called rotate sun and moon. They're healthy for the lungs and heart. And down. Now we have liver and spleen. Right here is where the liver and spleen are on either side, right below the rib cage. So run your hands there. Then we have in the middle the stomach. This is often called the solar plexus in terms of energetics. Switch your hands, solar plexus. Now we've got inguinal. That's the groin and pubic region here. So you can separate your legs, run along the inner thighs there, and get now the inner legs, groin. Then go around to the back, rub your sacrum and your tail. Then use your fist, knuckles, on the low back muscles. That's called the Ming Men, the waist. And then hands on the legs, massage thighs, backs of thighs, get the knees, outer knees, fronts of knees, inner knees. Now fold, slide the hands down and round the back and run the hands along the lower leg down to the ankles. And then come around the feet to the inner foot. Now we do a little flow here. Come up the inseam all the way past genital area to the navel. Here's your belly button. go around it like a belt to the backside spine. That's called the Ming Men. Rub the hands there a few times, unlock anything blocked, and then we go flow down the back, outer side, around the feet, come up the inner front side, past the groin area to the navel, and then around you go. Ming Men, or Door of Life. Cycle it, flow it through the outer, around, and up the inner to the navel. 2 more. Around the belt, find your Ming Men. Run hands along, open it, unlock the Door of Life, and then flow. Around and up. Around the back, Door of Life, and through. And finally, with the arms, up the outer, turn that arm palm up, down the inner. Repeat that on the same arm. Up the outer, down the inner. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Switch. Up the outer, down the inner. Sort of a little brain challenge just to execute this movement. And done. Now we do what's called Shogun. Hands come up and over, settle, 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 settle. Hands hover out about 3 or 4 inches in front of your belly button. Let's take 3 nice long breaths here, either observing breath or that 2-part breath or the 4-part breath. Set your hands softly on your thighs. First movement, sliding hands out past your knees, round the back. Sort of like you're pushing your spine towards the back wall, and let your chin fall down. Then the opposite, slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back. Lift the heart, lift the chest, look up. Let's do that twice more. Sliding the hands forward, sort of like your spine is being pushed out the back side of your body so you round. And then gently arch. Pulling elbows back, shoulder blades back. One more. And let's settle to the middle. Now, left hand to right outer knee, right hand to right buttock. Turn, shoulders, chest, head, look over the shoulder softly, just a gentle twist. And then let's softly return back to middle and to the other side. Right hand to right knee, left hand to left outer buttock, gentle twist. Let's do that once more each way. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. And let your arms hang by your side. Now, softly let your head fall to the right. Droop your torso to the right. This might be your whole pose right here. Just softly droop. Let's do that back to the middle and the other way. So this is how you can begin this movement. Just get good at leaning. Now you can lean and lift the opposite elbow and reach the opposite arm, or that same side arm, maybe all the way up. And then leaning. Maybe pause somewhere along here for your shoulder, or maybe reach, full reach. Let's do one more each way. So again, it could be anywhere along this spectrum here that you just hold the pose. This would be the sort of full expression. And one more. And we're back to middle. Find that nice center line. Shoulder, right shoulder blade shrug. Softly melt it down. Left shoulder blade shrug. Softly melt it down. Both shoulder blades 3 times now. Shrug. Release. Shrug. Release. One more time. Go ahead and shrug. Both shoulder blades up. And softly release them back down. Now, bring your legs closer together so that they're somewhat out of the way, and your right shoulder comes forward, up, back, down. Forward and up, back and down. Couple more. Circles. Notice this would be considered a forward circle. Now let's make a backward circle. Back, up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, down. Forward, down. One more. Good. Switch arms. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. Continue. And switch directions. Back, up, forward, down. And done. Now we do both at the same time with a little addition. Lean and round forward. Shrug the shoulder blades up, let your elbows float up like this, but keep your hands very soft. And then shoulder blades back, elbows back, arms follow, and let them drape down, and we return to neutral. Rounding slightly, shoulder blades go forward. As you shrug up, let the elbows float up and follow back and down. 2 more. One more. Reverse the direction. Back, up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, down. 2 more. So we're getting thoracic spine movement, shoulder blade movement, arm bone movement. 1 more. And we're back to neutral. Now, right shoulder first, start it, and then as it continues, left shoulder follows. So now we're doing alternating circles. It's a brain challenge, 1. It's also, by doing both at the same time, they sort of pull on the tissues in a different way than when we do them all by themselves, or when we do them symmetrically, sort of wrings out the rag a little bit in a different way. Switch directions. Now it's forward circles. And back to neutral. Sink chi to the belly. This is this little mini closing that we do. Hands hovering out in front of the belly. What this does, the idea is that the chi, the life force, we take it out, let it play around with our movement, but we want to remind it to return to its home down into the belly, this sort of storage container. And hang your arms. Now, step your feet a little wider than hip distance. Take your left hand rested on your right knee. Lean over so that your arm is hanging vertically. Then bring the hand forward, out, back, in. Forward, out, back, in. Circles. Keep those circles going. Now notice that you can make those circles very small. If you're feeling pain in the shoulder, you would do incredibly small circles and not get any larger until it felt comfortable. Others of you might find you want to let them go bigger right away And then others even you might sit up and circle. The key to this circle being healthy is that the hand goes quite a bit in front, but only a little bit behind. So not crank it behind. Circle, 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 and pause. Lean over. Now circle the other direction. Hand goes back, out, forward, in. Back, out, forward, in. Continue. So very small or larger still, or possibly even sitting up, and the hand will go only a little bit behind, but quite a bit in front. A little bit behind, quite a bit in front. A little behind, quite a bit in front. One more. And down. Switch sides. Forward, out, back, in. Forward, out, back, in. Circles. Feeling that arm bone hanging in the joint. Then possibly sitting up, and the hand goes quite a bit in front, a little bit behind. Remember, it's quite a bit forward, but only slightly behind. Quite a bit in front, only slightly behind. And let it hang. And then lean over and now do the other circle. So the hand goes back, out, forward, in. Back, out, forward, in. Circles. Small or larger or even sitting upright and doing this back to front circle. And done. All right. Now, from here, we fold at the elbow crease, compress the elbow crease just a bit, and then soften the elbow crease. Feel that soft quality in the elbow joint, like a hose that has water flowing through it. Drop the hands down and keep that soft quality in the elbow joint so that the elbow, when you go to raise your hands like this, the elbow just bends and naturally gets out of the way off to the side. Then drop the hands down. Just find that path where the hands just rise. Notice how relaxed the hand is. It's just hanging. And then back down. Also notice how close my hands are to my body. Now express or unfurl those hands out, but the wrists stay relaxed, and then sweep the hands down back alongside you. Let's do that again. Raise, circle or floating out, and then sweep down. Now let's do that twice more. Raise, out. On this one, let them swing all the way to stillness. Raise, swing. So this forces us to let go of the gripping that we do. Let's do one more. All right. Fold at the elbows, palms turn face down and face up. That's called pronation and supination. Now we do something different here. Take the hands open. This is external rotation of the arm bone. Now the hands come up, turn the palms over. That's pronation. And bring the hands down slightly between your legs. Now we bring the hands up, roll open, and the hands go down. But notice they don't go to completely straight. Now they come up and over, down in front, up, and open. So this is including what we used to do in this class where we would just isolate, pronate, and supinate, but now we're putting it in a more interesting context, a more functional movement that trains us to be more fluid and connected, right? One more. Now, bring the hands in closer. Fold at the wrists, fingers point in, then down, and then out. Turn the palms up, fold, and they circle. So this initially is that simple sort of isolated movement. Then we put it together by, as the hands are going out, extend the arms, turn the palms. As the wrists are folding, bend the elbows, bring the hands in. and roll it through. Out, in, out. Can you add to this the body? Lean, draw back. Lean. So draw back with the palms up and fold those wrists. So again, the wrists are key here. And then bring those hands in and under. So notice just that movement is very interesting for the shoulders and wrists in terms of tissue. And then we go out, turn the palms up, bring in, and make sure you fold the wrists. Out, in, spirals, right? Spiraling, 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 spiraling. Now we switch, palms out in front, spin so the palms face out, and then drop and bring the hands through and out in front. Spin, and they come through to out. Spin. So spin, the palms have to turn to face out so that they can circle through that pathway. Spin so they can circle through that pathway. Then we just flow, and then we go straight arms, bring them back. Straight, bring them back. Spiral. So turn the arms, palms out here. Turn them, leave them that way as you come in. And then roll them out. There it is. Spin, bring it in, roll out. Roll in, roll out, and done. Palms face the ceiling. Lift your chest, your chin, look up, reach up, arch. And then come back to neutral, tiger claw into a soft fist. Wrap the outer arms around, squeeze fists and elbows, drop the head and bow forward. Let's do that twice more. With an inhale, open the palms, elbows flare out, palms turn face down, then up, all the way up, and pull the elbows a little behind you and back and down. And then the hands come up, tiger claw into a fist, wrap, squeeze, press, and round. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And now just open back to neutral. Hands come down alongside you. Scoot to the back of your chair so you're completely stabilized there. Then make Tai Chi Fist like a boxer. Chamber. Chambering is lift the knee and pull the heel in towards your butt. And then set that foot down. Do it to the other side. Chamber. Down. Chamber. Down. Chamber. Down. Now, chamber push kick. Chamber. Push. Chamber. Down. Chamber, push, chamber down. Two more. Now, chamber push and hold, point, flex, point, flex. The foot and ankle motion. Evert, invert. That means the foot goes a little in, out, out. And now inward circles. In, point, out, flex. Circle. Outward circles. Out, point, in, flex. Circles. And bend the knee. Set that foot down. Chamber. Push. Point, flex. Evert, invert. Inward circles. Outward circles. And foot down. Scoot to the front edge of your chair again, all the way. legs close to each other. Left foot first, lift the ball of the foot, turn on the heel so the leg is externally rotated. Lift the heel, turn on the ball of the foot so the knee falls in, internally rotated. Lift ball of foot, externally rotated. Lift heel, internally rotated. Final time, external. Now walk it back in. Internal, lift heel, external. Lift toe, internal, external, neutral. Again, walk it out. Move from the hip. Feel the corkscrewing at that hip socket. And we're back. Again, out. This time hold. Slide your hands out on the inner knees and push open gently. And then massage that inner thigh out to the knee for any little pain spots there that are caused from this tension. And then walk it in. 2. And we're back. Other leg. Lift ball of foot. External rotation. Lift heel. Internal. Ball of foot. External. Lift heel. Internal. Last one. Open. And then walk it in. Internal. External. Internal. External. Neutral. Walk it out. Open. Walk it in. Neutral. One more and hold it open. Hold, hands, press. And massage inner thigh out to the knee. And walk it in. All right. Now, from here, folding at the hips, hip hinging. And then back to vertical seat. Hip hinging. Simple movement, but incredibly important and not a given that it is retained as we age. Now watch me, please. Hinge hip, turn the arms so you get that extra opening through the middle back and shoulders. And then sit back up. Vertical. So right now our arms are in sort of a neutral position. We are sliding the hands onto the kneecaps and internally rotating the arm as we fold. And sitting back up. Let's do that one more time. And sitting back up. Good. Now, lift chest, lift chin, fold, and round. Stay rounded as you come up. Lift chest and chin. Stay arched as you fold. And then round. Stay rounded as you come up. And arch. 2 more. Shaking loose the heavenly pillar, which is the spinal column, that for many people becomes rigid, stuck. Therefore, the flow of nerves are hindered. And returning to neutral. Couple of moments there. Any lightheadedness, you just let it settle. Then we step feet wide. Turn the hands like this little Komodo dragon position and fold and take yourself as far down and through as feels good. And let's sit back up. Do that a couple of times. So because the legs are out of the way, the pelvis can fold more and the torso can sort of bow forward more. And with the arms planted like this, with the elbows out to the side, this particular way, it gives us an opportunity to drop the rib cage between the shoulders, and you get this sort of stretch opening quality, wringing out the rag. So drop in and really go for it. And we're back up. Good. Now, dragon stirs the sea. Over to your right knee, sweep through. Over to the left and back. Continue. Right knee, sweep through. Left knee and then back around. One more. Switch directions of that circle now. Left knee, sweep through. Right knee, back around. Left knee, through. And back around. Last one. And neutral. Legs closer together. Arms hang down. Arms float out. Turn the palms up and reach up. So this won't be available for everyone. If it isn't, just wait out this one. Just make sure your arms feel comfortable. Now, reach right arm a little higher than the left. And then soften that. And left arm higher than the right. And then right arm higher than the left. And then left arm higher than the right. And then try with both at the same time. Both. And sweep. Down. And then finally, arms forward, up. Keep them going up. Lift the chest, lift the chin, look up, arch the spine gently. And then reverse. Hands come down. Sink chi to the belly, that little mini circle. Hands floating down, hovering right in front of the belly. Couple of breaths. All right. Now, brain and body are connected, channels are open, breath is solid. Let's slide the feet back a little bit behind the knees. Hip hinge, head out beyond your toes. And then push through the earth to rise like a rocket ship through the crown of the head. Then to sit down, don't bend your knees first. Push your butt back first. Your head comes forward first. Then you sink the butt, and that's what bends the knees. And then sit back to vertical. 3 more. Forward, and then push through the earth to rise. Hinge at the hips, sit the butt back, sink the butt. And sit. 2 more. One more. Now 4 times just squats where we don't sit in the chair. So you sink, and hover, and then go right back up. 3 more. One more, sink and hover for 5 breaths. And rise. Arms hanging down alongside you. From here, let the knees just soften a little bit. Notice how my knees look bent, but I'm not bending them in a harsh way. I'm just opening and letting them sort of sink and then straightening. As you sink, notice the tail is not back here. So this is a differentiation. This is a Tai Chi squat, which is just a soft squat. The other is more of a squat, chair pose, athletic squat. Now, the next time you have your knees softly sunk down, stay there. Let your middle just shift slightly towards the balls of the feet. then shift back towards the middle of the feet, and then shift towards the heels a little bit. And just notice that there's that opportunity to play with where is your body weight in relationship to the feet. Where we want it is sort of in the middle with a little bit more attentiveness to the ball of the foot known as the bubbling spring. Of course, we don't want to be in our toes, but what we really don't want to do is just be in our heels back here, which I find a lot of people accidentally do. So now find yourself arranged over the ball of the foot with sort of feeling in the middle. Now, hands, like painting a wall in front of you, rise. It's called rising hands. Then sinking. Twice more. Rise. Sink. With Tai Chi movement, we're working on a sort of gracefulness and ease. Hands turn in a low cradle, palms out, crane wing, softly down. As if painting the side walls with the back of your hands. And then back down. Remember with this one, it's from inside this shoulder spot here that opens. That's why these hands rise up. And back down. Now, scoop the hands like so, back of fingers facing each other, come up. The dragon swims to the heavens, up and out. Again, scooping, swimming, sort of like breaststroke when swimming. And out. One more. And the other way, crane wing, roll the palms up, fold at the elbows, hands come in, and sink all the way to relaxed. Crane wing, opening these shoulder spaces, roll, fold, and sink. One more. Put them together, crane wing. From here, right hand roll, fold, left hand scoop under. And reverse, right hand out like a wing, left hand out like a wing. And then left hand over the top, right hand underneath. Reverse. And embrace the moon. Reverse. And embrace the moon. Once more, reverse. And settle. Now, body weight shift to the right leg. Open the hip, knee, ankle. Let all your body weight be arranged over the right. Then come back to the middle. Then go arrange your body weight over the left. This would be called lateral shifting. We shift to the middle. Feel 50-50, and then shift more to the right, feel 100-0 or close to it. Maybe it's 80-20, and then shift, finding that arrangement of your body weight. Now, shift over to the right leg and turn your belly button a little bit to the right. Shift to the left while still pointing to the right, and then turn, so now you're pointing left with the belly button. Then shift to the right, turn to the right. Shift to the left, turn to the left. Now, the more you practice, keep doing this as I talk, the more you practice Tai Chi, what you feel is the opening of the joint spaces and the tissue spaces creates a sort of buoyancy in the limbs, right? So they're not stiffly held by our side. They're not held stiffly in some position. They're just sort of fluid. So then as you're shifting and turning, there's this natural movement the hands want to do. This one is called the bear washes paws in the stream. So the right hand is doing what's called brush knee. The left hand is doing what's called sweep the leg. Together, they make the bear wash paws in the stream. So this palm is facing that way like it's brushing something out of the way. This one is sweeping like a sort of gathering gesture and then sweeps out of the way, and they switch jobs. The next movement here is called the bear swirls the stream, where the outside hand comes out and around a larger circle. So as you shift, now that hand does more of a large circle, then it comes in close to the body, and as we come through, this left hand goes out, away from the body, and down. But try to keep the feeling that this hand is still in the water. So it doesn't come up high, it stays in the water. It's just going on a different trajectory. Swirling the stream. But the whole time we're still shifting and turning to execute the movement. So often when I teach the movement, then all of a sudden all the shifting and turning stops, and then it's just hands doing something like this. So make sure that it's shift and turn. And then shift and turn. Now the bear strikes. The hand rises, and then as you shift, the hand slashes across the space. And then it drops in close to the body. The other hand rises, shift and turn, the bear slash. The hand drops, the other hand rises, turn and slash. Turn and slash. And then this naturally becomes what's called brush, knee, and push, because the momentum carries, so that now this arm floats up, rolls and folds, and now we've got shift and turn, brush and push. Then the left hand does a crane wing, the right hand drops down into the water, roll and fold, and it's shift and turn, brush and push. Shift and turn, brush and push. So we're just defining a spectrum or a space of movement. So let's go back and just play with those one more time. Bear wash paws. Very close to the body, minimal effort. Bear swirls the stream. The hand goes out and around, out and around, out and around. But all of it's just being churned by the belly and the shifting. The bear strikes. Slash. Slash. Make sure you let that slashing arm just fall in close to the body. Slash. Slash. And brush, knee, and push. Float up, roll, and fold. Then it's shift, turn, brush, and push. Hands go through. Shift, turn, brush, and push. Hands go through. Brush and push. Hands go through. Brush and push. Now, stay in your left leg. The left hand floats up and points to the sky. Right hand settles and rests down in the water. Right foot being empty, step it a little behind you, toes turned out at a small angle. Shift and sit in that back leg as if it's like a spring-loaded chair that you can sit all your weight, and then this front foot touch the earth out in front of you for balance challenge. For extra balance challenge, lift and lower the foot. Just challenge. Can the teacup stay balanced as you lift and lower? If you want even more challenge, chamber. Pull that knee up, let the heel be in close, right? Now, set that foot down, toes turned out, change, shift the weight. Left hand comes down to rest, right hand points up. Empty the right foot and touch the earth out in front with the right foot. Again, challenge 1 is touch the earth. Challenge 2 is lift, lower a few times without letting the teacup, right? So we're not going like this to lift it because the tea would spill everywhere. So then you'll be able to maybe lift. And also you could have like a chair or something with your hand on it, challenging yourself here. Now set that foot down. Let's flow into and out of that a couple times. Change the weight to your right leg. Right hand goes down, left hand begins coming up. Either touch the earth or play with lifting foot. Set the foot down, change, shift, empty right foot, touch earth or lift. One more to each side. Change, touch earth or lift. Set it down, empty, change. Golden rooster stands on one leg. Come back down. Now parallel your feet, both hands down, the bear washes paws. This next one is called hands play with clouds. So now your outside hand, sweep the leg, vapor up and turn into a cloud. Now shift left, turn left, the cloud comes across the sky, the bottom hand sweeps the lake, and then it vapors up as the cloud rains back down to fill up the lake. Shift right, turn right, cloud and lake. Hands, vapor and rain. Shift and turn, cloud and lake. Vapor and rain. Added challenge. Shift and turn, cloud, lake. As you vapor and rain, this left foot could be empty so that you could slide it in with no weight, slide it out with no weight, shift, turn, change which foot is empty now, so that as you vapor and rain, right foot in, right foot out, change, shifting, turning, left foot in, left foot out, change, right foot in, right foot out, change. Last one. Now, as you come to the middle, bottom hand floats up, turn the palms down, and float them down. Walking challenge. I'm going to turn slightly to the side so you can see the angles here. And some of you, if balance is really an issue, make sure you got your hand on something or something there that you could use. Shift your weight to your right leg, left foot out in front, touch the heel to the floor. Shift your weight forward into that foot. Empty the back foot and get to the tippy toes. Then shift back. So play with that a few times. The center, a relaxed, empty upper body, the belly as the center. Just let the weight arrange itself over the front leg. And what you want to have happen is when you get into your front leg, you don't want to lock it out. You don't want to stiffen it up, which keeps you above your root. You want to open it and let the weight touch the earth through the ball of the foot. And then shift. Same idea. Let your body weight go through the leg and connect to the earth through the ball of the foot. And there's a sort of bent quality, a springy quality. Shift. Notice the springy quality. Shift. Let's add to that challenge. Shift, empty the back foot and just float it through. Touch the heel. Shift, empty the back foot, pause. Then we shift back, arrange yourself, wait for the front foot to be empty, toe tap. Shift. Shift. Empty back foot, float it through. Shift. See if you can relax the arms, let everything hang. Shift. So it can almost feel like you're, in a way, falling or spilling, I guess is a better word. Like the liquid is just spilling down into that leg, and then it's spilling into this leg, and spilling into this leg, and spilling back, spilling back. Now bring this front foot back and let's switch which foot was in front. So now put that other foot in front first and just go back and forth a couple times. So this is considered level 1 of this exercise, right? We didn't do level 2 on the other side, but the next level is where you actually lift the foot and lift the foot and challenge yourself in little ways like that. Some of you want to add that in when you want, that's fine. Now let's take the step. So it's just one step forward. Shift, empty the back foot, float it through, empty, shift. Empty back foot. Then shift, step, shift. Many times when we're walking, we are committing the weight and committing the weight and then committing the weight, rather than what we're practicing now is shift, step without committing the weight, then consciously shift. Shift, step without committing weight to your back foot, right? That's the trick. Then shift. Couple more. Shift, step, shift. Shift, step, shift. One more. And bring that front foot back. Sink chi to the belly. And then to make our practice extra nourishing, just a brief self-massage of your own making. Rub where you feel you need it. Maybe you do some of what we practiced earlier, or maybe you can just feel an achy part of your body that just is begging for it. Maybe it's the hands, maybe it's the stomach, maybe it's the neck. If you feel like you want to sit down to do it, you can. Finishing up, one final sink chi to belly as a closing gesture. And then we seal the practice. One hand over the navel, other hand over that hand. A moment of just breathing. If you can, if balance permits it, close the eyes. The narrative or story is that all that life force that we just let out from our storage facility in the belly, we let it out to play, to work, to do some positive, beneficial work. And then we're reminding that life force to go back home, go back to rest. So that next time we let it out, there's more, like an investment account. And then we close with the Taoist bow, little hand position. Take one thumb, place it inside the other palm, and just wrap your hand softly around that thumb. So you're making one fist here. And then the outside hand just folds over the top like that, creates this yin-yang symbol, which is that symbol of yin and yang sort of interchanging. This is a sign of balance. Whereas in most martial arts, they do a sort of fist, violence and peace kind of a thing. The Taoist, the yin-yang, it's kind of nice. Bow for your practice, sort of a moment of official closing. And then we're done. So you can go ahead and have a seat. Many of you I know will have to run off, so you can just wave your hand and leave the meeting at your own discretion. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to unmute yourself and ask.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Otto.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
See you, everybody.
Thanks, Otto.
Yeah, my pleasure. I see a newbie in the background there.
Yes, hi. That would be my mom.
Hey, nice to meet you. What was your name?
Trish.
Trish.
Yeah.
Otto. Nice to meet you, Trish.
Well, Otto was a great class. Thank you
Oh,
very,
awesome. Hope,
very enjoyable.
hope you got something out of it. And if you have questions, feel free.
Okay, I don't right now, but I can talk to the two experts in my household.
That's right. You got two experts to draw from. Good
Thanks,
seeing you.
Otto.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
Have
you.
a great weekend.
All right. You too.
Thank you. Otto.
Yeah. Good to see you, Stan.
Yeah.
Hi, Karen. You're muted, Karen. Tony, you're muted. Bruce, you're muted. Sheila, you're muted. So you have to unmute yourselves if you're saying anything. Otherwise, I can't hear you. Any thoughts, Stanley?
No, this is fine, as usual. Liked it.
Groovy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes,
Good. Breathing, moving,
yes, all of that.
not letting the mind wander off into the various byways that it can wander to, keeping it present.
Okay,
you.
bye.
This was great.
Great.
Thanks.
Is that you, Sheila?
Yes,
Oh, great.
I can't get my camera on.
Let me try something for you just so you can. So what I'll do is I'll ask to start video. You should see a question
Right,
and then you confirm that.
start my video.
You would say yes.
There we go.
Hey.
Okay, wonderful class. Thank you.
Thanks, Sheila. Any questions from anybody? Karen, Sheila, Tony?
No, good. I like it.
So. Thank
Great.
Okay, taking off.
Stay
Thank
with
you.
it. All righty, I'll see you when I see you.
Okay.
See you.
Bye.